Now here in this next slide, children, you can find here some of the wrong methods of measuring some distances or for any calculation. In some wrong ways, units were considered where physical quantities used to be measured. Length was measured with the help of a hand. So in old times, during your means our fathers or maybe our grandfathers, grandfathers, during their time, people they use hands for measuring a distance, small distances. So they use that's a traditional way of measurement. Maybe in during this modern days, still at some places during some tribes or maybe in some villages, still people use this the traditional way of measurement. Not everywhere, but at certain in certain things. But all hands are slightly of different sizes. You know that there is a problem. If I measure a dimension of my double bed, so with my hands, if someone else, if someone else, some other part of the world, maybe a European people, they have long length, they are taller than us, so they have different dimension of their hand also. They will measure a different value. So it means my measurement with his measurement, that will be there will be certain error. So that's why this is the wrong technique. Maybe other method, you can see here, different people they have different size, they have different dimension of their hands also. And this is also one way of measurement, measuring distance. Even also in the cricket also, that when we measure the distance between a bowling end to the batting end, still we use steps to measure 20 steps or 22 steps that are required. But again, there may be a problem with steps. You can see that depending upon the height, the steps may vary differently. So that is a problem. So, but what if a very short and a very tall person walks? When a short person walk and when a taller person walk, that we will get different results. So that we are not getting the exact measurement. So the unit should have certain characteristics. There are certain rules for measuring, for measurement. And what are these rules, children? Now, uh, this is a very funny PPT slide here. We have a weight measurement of only 100 and 200 gram. Means you can measure only 100 and 200 gram. But the problem is you want to measure the weight of this elephant or maybe teddy bear, the weight of this elephant. And then what will happen? Then what will happen? You can't measure because you have only weight. You have only weight for up to 100 gram or maybe 200 gram, but the weight of elephant is more than that. You can't measure in that condition. So the unit must be of suitable size and easily available. And other properties of unit, the unit must be universally accepted. Universally accepted means I want 3 quintals of sugar. What do you mean by 3 quintals? Have you ever heard, ninth class student, have you ever heard this word quintals? Quintals in measurement? No. Tusha saying no. Anvita, have you ever heard this word?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes, in my village also, that people use this word quintals. In village, we can say, but not everywhere. Maybe not Indonesian students or Indonesian people are not aware about this quintals. Maybe the European people, not American people, they are not aware about the quintals word. This is highly used in India also. We consider it is popular in India. The unit must be universally accepted. It's not about only India. It's about the all over the world. People should know that it's not a popular all over the world quintal. But so what does a quintal mean? That the second person is not the second, maybe the second boy that he's not aware about this quintal. Similarly, uh, some other problem with the unit that yesterday a kilogram was 1,000 grams, but today it is only 800 grams. Is it possible? Yesterday it was, it's not like a, cryptocurrency. It's not a stock market. That's yesterday it was higher, and today that the price is going down. So unit, it's a fixed, means 1 kilogram that is equal to 1,000 grams. It is fixed. It's not varying according to the stock markets. It's not varying according to the bitcoins, cryptocurrencies. It's not varying according to the market scene. It is fixed. It is fixed. So now a physical unit must be invariable and well defined. Invariable means it must be fixed. It should not be perishable. You cannot change 1 meter equal to 100 centimeters, so it is 100 centimeter. You cannot change. You cannot say 1 meter is equal to 99 centimeter. No, never. It won't possible. So it is fixed value. Next. Now, the numerical value obtained on measuring a physical quantity is inversely proportional to its units. Now, what? Okay. I want to skip this slide here. This is not according to our curriculum. This is based on CBSE, but I want to skip this slide, children. Let's move to the. Okay, let's discuss some few questions before moving to the next slide. Dash is a standard used for measurement of a physical quantity, derived fundamental unit quantity, and this question is for Kate. Please find out the right answer.
Oh, sir, I think it's unit.
Yeah, unit is a standard used for the measurement of a physical quantity. It's a unit. No other options are there that we can think. And the next question is for, oh, there is no other question. Now the next topic is system of units. Now this system of units, students, please take some time here on this topic. It's a very important topic, system of unit. Now the first is this system of units, different countries all over the world, they use different methods of measuring a certain quantities. For example, here, one of the system is FPS system. F stands for foot, P stands for pound, and S for second. Means any measurement related to length, height, depth, it is measured in foot or feet. Measuring weight or mass, it should be done into pound. And for measurement of time, it should be in second as per the FPS system. Now we have the second category of system of units, CGS system of units. CGS is also important, children. CGS means centimeter, gram, and second. So this system give us information about that if you have to measure a length of any object, so that answer, your measurement should be into centimeter, children. It should be into centimeter. If you are measuring mass, then the mass should be measured into gram. And time is saved here, it should be into seconds. So the difference between the FPS and CGS, that FPS length is measured into foot, but in CGS it should be into centimeters. Pounds and gram, mass in pound in one system and in another system in gram. Again, there is a problem. Means maybe I cannot give you an example that which country is following this FPS system. But if one country is measuring weight in pound, but other countries measuring in quantity in gram, then there is a problem. There will be a problem. Suppose my early education is going on in India, and suppose in India we are using a CGS system for measuring mass in gram, but when I shift to America, so they are not obeying this. They are not following gram. If you read some books there, physics books there, then you will find the measurements are not in gram. Then there will be a confusion. So then again, we have another system. In another system, MK system, sorry, MK system in which length should be into meter, mass should be into kilogram, and time should be in seconds. You may note down, children. Let me pause this video for a moment. Again, this CG system that the length, another way, centimeter, gram, mass in gram, and time should be in seconds. MK system already discussed. Same thing here, length in meter, mass in kilogram, time in seconds. FPS system, length in foot, mass in pound, time in seconds. Nowadays also we find that when we go to the market to buy a birthday cakes, it still we buy in pounds, not in gram, not in kilogram. It is in pound. Now here, please observe this picture carefully, children. This image. But when the scientists used to meet internationally, they had a problem. They had a problem. With different system of units. Some country, when scientists get together, scientists means all over the world, from all over the world. So Indians, they are aware about gram, kilogram. They are not aware about pounds. So Chinese are there, Russians are there, the scientists all over the world. So there is a confusion with because the different countries, they are using the different kind of units. To solve this problem, students, so they finally came to a conclusion by General Conference on Weights and Measures or Measurement in 1971 for international use in scientific, technical, industrial, and commercial work at France. Now, what they have decided? They introduced an international system of units called System International Units, students. Now that our main topic is here SI units, students, as per our IGCSE syllabus. So finally, when this conference took place in 1971, they reached to a final conclusion that we will make a system that is internationally valid, and they have given the name to their system SI units, called System of International Unit. You just note down the full form of SI unit, students, and this is a System of International Unit. Only you can note down this part here. After this, let me move to the next slide now. And this is let me skip this for now. Yeah, that's the end of the slide, children. Okay, so if there is no other slide, let me discuss these questions also with you, students, as we have a few more minutes to end this class. Which of the following is a characteristics of unit? Characteristic of unit, children. The unit must be universally accepted. It must be invariable and well defined. It must be of suitable size and easily available. What is the right answer?
All of the above.
Yeah, all of the above. That these are the essential requirements for a unit. It must be universally accepted. Now, students, here in the slide, I have found that they have not explained SI system in details, but let me explain by sharing my uh, whiteboard. Please wait a minute. Now, what is this SI system of units, children, which is internationally accepted? According to SI, System of International Units, they have approached to a conclusion that if you have measured length, anything related to the dimensions of length, so it should be into meter. It should be in meter. If you have to measure mass of a certain quantity, then your answer means your measurement should be into kilogram, neither in gram nor in pounds. The third one is the time. Any measurement, if you measure the time, if you are doing any research paper, if you are doing any research work, So that in that case, the time should be measured into seconds with the symbol S, seconds. So please remember, in physics also, whenever we do any calculation, our answer should be into meter. Means if the length is there, it should be into meter. If into numericals, kilometers are there, then you need to convert kilometer into meter. If length is in centimeter, then you should need to convert centimeter into meter. Similarly, for mass, if it is in gram, milligram, mass should be converted into kilogram. And similarly for time also. Sometimes when we will do the measure, numericals from the chapter number 2, from the motions. So by measuring the velocity, by measuring the speed of any substance, any moving object. So in that time, students get confused and they use the wrong units. Sometimes the suppose if you measure the velocity and the distance is given in centimeter, the student they just use centimeters. They use centimeters, but you know that we have a requirement. We need to convert centimeter into meters. And if the length is given, that the distance covered is given, displacement is given into kilometer, then you need to convert into meter. I hope students you are listening it carefully. This is a very important information. So this is called the SI system of units.